It bubbled up in my chest again. An old, familiar friend that was intent on harming me. And I let him. I let it rush out and harm everyone else too. The room after was empty, drained, disconnected. The control that I had exerted lasted for a short time, and then went away again just as fast. I was left with the shame. So I ate that shame for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I gifted it to myself on holidays. The shame told me I was weak and worthless. My ideas were bad, and my execution could never be good enough. That my worst moments would define me. But shame is a strange teacher. So as I grasped through its blindness, it offered something unexpected. A life vest. It made me want to grow. It cracked me open just enough to let something else in. And what I found underneath was myself, as I truly was. Some parts had grown to adulthood. Some had stayed in adolescence. And some of my parts were still children. The child inside of me needed something he never got. Freedom of expression. You see, I grew up in a tightly controlled religious community with no room for deviation. My dad, loud and angry and controlling, because he was afraid for my eternal soul. And yet, both my parents loved me immensely. These things can be true. But it was a disorganized and chaotic way to grow. So I grew up loud. I thought loud meant strong. I thought taking up space meant I was worth something. But I was just scared. And I didn't have the language to tell people about it. That scared boy never found that language. Just a costume that I was handed. Loud, hard, unbreakable. I wore it so long I forgot it wasn't my own skin. And when I didn't know what to feel, I felt the one thing the costume allowed. Anger. So I drifted. In and out of confidence. In and out of relationships. In and out of addictions. In and out of pain. My identity became an assemblage of parts that I thought would receive external validation. I chased money, but that didn't fix it. I used creative outlets to seek praise from people instead of creating for myself. And that didn't fix it. I was lost. Whenever I'd get close to breaking through the anger, the energy and the self-reflection became too raw, too painful. I had exploded too many rooms. I had hurt too many people to look in the mirror. I wanted love, and I wanted acceptance. So I built something that I thought other people could love and accept. The onus of loving me was placed on everyone else because I was too afraid to love and accept myself. The first time I started understanding that there was something else in me was while I was playing tag with a 2-year-old child. I remember the moment vividly. I was chasing his slow, sauntering gait through the house with his laugh peeling through the walls, his hair bouncing up and down and his joy flying all around. For a moment, I was totally there, present with him. My anger did not exist. I felt it before I could understand it. In that moment of joining a toddler in play, I realized that anger could dissipate by not giving it power. It didn't remove the anger. It didn't change the way that I felt about certain things. It simply gave me a glimpse to other portions of me that had been locked away for years. Portions that I had hidden away because I wouldn't play tag with myself. I went looking for a way to explain what I felt in that moment, as other moments illuminated for me as well. Eventually, I found Alan Watts in this search, a man who seemed to map out the journey years before I went looking for my atlas. He talks a lot about anger, why we feel it, how we feel it, and what to do with it. What resonated for me was his suggestion to examine your anger. Really look at it in the face. Do it with courage, because examined anger does not stay angry. So I started to face my anger, the resentments built up in me. I had succeeded as a man in the measurable ways. I had a good career, a beautiful wife, and awesome kids. But my stomach was pitted, and my heart was hollow. As the anger dissipated, I found a new emotion there. Sadness. Instead of yelling, I was learning to cry. And I was embarrassed. Frankly, I was not prepared to feel sadness in a public setting. But I learned to observe the anger, then the sadness. I stopped trying to negotiate with it. I stopped trying to cut it deals and to make it go away. I just sat with the discomfort and learned to quiet my external life and just be in the emotion. It hurt, but it healed. When I started writing this, I wanted to offer a path to healing. But somewhere in the writing, I realized the journey down into anger feels universal, and the path back up does not. What makes you you is different than what makes me me. A prescription will only deliver someone else's version of the world, and that, in my experience, just makes a man more angry and more lost. And here is what I want to offer you, but it is scary. Learn about yourself. Learn to trust yourself. Refuse to accept that masculinity is one size fits all. Be brave enough to find out what it actually looks like on you. Sit with your emotions. Experience them. For a while, it might just be anger. Glare at it. Hold it in your mind and your chest until it starts to loosen. Then look for what's underneath. Is it sadness, resentment, loss, grief, guilt, shame? Sit with those too. Your journey through these things is yours alone. No one can judge what they do inside of you. What you feel is not bad. It is human. The only thing that can go wrong from here is what you choose to do on the outside when those feelings rise up. That part is yours to decide. And the fact that you're still listening means you probably already know that. One last thing. This is a lifelong journey. Instant gratification won't come and shouldn't be expected. There will be setbacks and struggles, and days where the costume feels easier to put back on. But the transforming effect of becoming a more whole person will shift everything around you, sometimes in ways that feel scary. So why do it? Because you deserve it, and because the real man carries his own burden, and when he can, he reaches down to help lighten someone else's. We all are carrying similar weight, and we don't need to carry it alone.